Hey guys, this is Temi.
And this is Tanny.
And we are back with another video. As you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about the changes that are going to be coming to our channel. And we decided to film it podcast style or record it podcast style so that we can get this video out to you guys as soon as possible because the changes are going to be happening in the new year, which is less than a month away. We are definitely very nervous for what we're about to talk about just because it's been heavy on our hearts for a long time and it's been a decision that we've been avoiding. But it's finally time that we make some changes and we just hope that you guys can be supportive of it. So before we get into what we are going to do with this channel, I think we just kind of want to go down memory lane and talk about where we started and just how far we've come on this channel in the first place.
Yes, so when we started, we were both in university and we were actually just started this channel for fun. So when we were creating these episodes were between 3 to 5 minutes long. It started off with 16 and Pregnant. And then at the time, 16 and Pregnant wasn't really even that popular. So we were really just creating these episodes for fun, and it didn't take a long time for us to release these episodes. And so from that, we didn't have as many shows as we do now. As the years went on, kept on adding more characters to the Street Simmer universe, and because of that, we had multiple shows to juggle with.
Yeah, we've been juggling multiple shows since I think maybe 2017. I think that's when we added Birth to Death, the New Crest Academy on top of 16 and Pregnant. And then after that, we have Almost Famous come in, Split Love, and you guys know what happened with that. And
should we just explain it more?
I guess,
Split Love is one of the main factors of what started the downfall in a way.
Yeah. I love how you're saying downfall.
It was a downfall. Because Split Love actually took the most energy out of us, and it took the most animations. So at the beginning, Split Love, we could tell everybody loved the story, but YouTube didn't. So
YouTube did not.
They always were demonetizing the videos.
There are a lot of topics that we can't cover in our stories because of YouTube and because of what they allow and don't allow. And as me and Tanya have gotten older, we want our stories to reflect the change in age in that sense. We're a lot more mature and we're willing to cover more mature topics, but some of these topics are one that YouTube is not okay with it. And because of that, we've dealt with demonetization or dulling our stories over time, and it's just really been weighing on us. It's become more difficult. And anyone who's become our Patreon over the years can and has seen Cave's story can definitely attest to the fact that Cave's story is really, really deep and covers a lot of really difficult topics, and they're ones that we definitely never would have been able to do on YouTube, and we just like the maturity that story has, and we can't have that in a lot of our stories on the channel. Honestly, even when I think about puberty, I think puberty is amazing, and it's definitely one of my favorite stories right now. But there are a lot of topics that we are going to cover in the future that are very difficult and very real, because high school students go through a lot. We did at that age, and I don't know, the YouTube platform has become very limiting for us in many, many ways, and it's only gotten worse as the years have gone by. And I think one of the most difficult things is the hours we put in compared to what we get back,
When you told me about the 83 cents.
Yeah. The other week, I do more of the business side of things, and I was calculating the hours that we put into a story. We put in about 40 plus hours into this story, and based on how much we made from it, we made about 83 cents an hour. 83 cents. And when I told Tanny, it's honestly heartbreaking. And for me, it's heartbreaking because I know and see how much time, not only myself, but Tanny puts into these stories. Imagine spending 40 hours of your free time. We both have day jobs. spending 40 hours of your free time and only making 83 cents an hour. I don't think anyone would agree to that or would stick around long for something like that. But we love what we do. We like Tanny said at the beginning, like, we started this channel because we were doing it for fun. We enjoy The Sims. We enjoy creating these stories. We love seeing how our stories get better, and we have better techniques and storytelling skills. But at some point, we became adults.
I also want to point out that if you look back at our views, they may look still fine. Like, some of our videos have 100K plus 8 months ago. But the difference is our CPM is a lot lower than what it used to be. So we're not making as much as we would on the same amount of views before.
So, Tanny, like, for you, in terms of the hours put in, I guess what we're trying to say, or the point that we're trying to get at, is that we've been at this for a long time, and Tanny and I put many hours into this. And not to forget that it's not only the videos we put on YouTube, but we also post on Patreon. And we've just realized that the YouTube platform is not one we really want to be on anymore. The amount of time we put in compared to what we get back it just doesn't work.
I mean, I think the big one is, though, our demographic has changed a lot. Because when we're still posting episodes of 60 and Pregnant, Almost Famous, and in the comments are saying, where's puberty?
Yeah.
Oh, I see Thing in the background, or I see Brayden, I see Nevaeh in the background. How do they know each other? Or when we post on the community, where a lot of people only knew Sebastian as Stefano's hot dad.
Yeah, and not as Sebastian.
So it's like, that was a drawback. It's like, excuse me.
Yeah. Everything is so different in terms of, like, the people that are watching and what they want to see. And I think that, as we got older, so did our supporters. And, some people, weren't able to keep up with our old stories. And if they have, they're still watching. But people mostly want to see the newer ones. But those, so the old ones are getting hit really hard. And I feel like we're kind of at a point where if people want to see the stories that we've had out since like 2016, 2017, we are at a point where we have to push it and move it completely to Patreon. And I know how disappointing it is, especially for people who would not be able to afford to move to Patreon and watch these videos, especially because we're mid-season for both Almost Famous and 16 and Pregnant. But you have to understand, if you go back and watch every single episode of these two series, especially every episode on our channel, and you actually play Sims, you would know how much work and how much time, even if you had to guess, you probably wouldn't even understand how much time we put into it. And we're getting older, and there are other opportunities that we turn down because we love YouTube and that's what we want to focus on. And the only way we can focus on it completely the way we do and continue it in it is if we can financially support ourselves. And that's just the truth of the matter at the end of the day. So Patreon helps us do that. It's one of the it's one of the reasons, the main reasons why we're still posting, to be honest with you.
It's true. Without Patreon, I think we would have
been done a long time ago. We would have been done a long time ago. So,
because it just wasn't realistic for us to continue to work this hard when YouTube doesn't really help you out.
It doesn't. They don't help us at all. And it's been hard. Like, if you had us on Patreon, you would know we've had this on our mind for a while, and we're very honest about how hard it's been. Like, if you go to the community, we talk to you guys about, getting demonetized or feeling discouraged or seeing a change in views and like what's going on and why aren't people getting our notifications, just this, that, and on Patreon, we don't have those issues. You know what I mean? You come and anyone that's joined Patreon are extremely pleased with and just in shock of the quality of work that we create and so supportive of it. And that community, our community on Patreon, has really helped us keep going because, YouTube has really given us, there's just been a big hit on our content. And
we still love our old content, so we don't want to continue to feel discouraged posting it on YouTube, thinking no one likes it
wants to see it. And like,
because we're still putting the same amount of love and effort into it,
Yeah.
And I constantly have to go back and watch the episodes to remind myself, like, this is still great.
Yeah,
so,
like, you know, it's not that, you know, again, like, she hit it on the nail there. It's like, you start to think, as times change, you start to think that maybe the quality of our work has gone down. But I don't, like Tanny said, we rewatch our stuff all the time because we love our work. Like, we really do. We put our hearts into it. And when we watch our series, we remember again, like, I can't believe that Split Love is from all the way in 2019, because when I watch back season 1 completely front to back, I can't believe how good it is. And we created it. Like, we put our blood, sweat, and tears into our work and into our creations, and in order for us to continue, we need to be able to do it. We need to be able to support ourselves. And so I guess what we're trying to say in terms of where this channel is going and the changes, we're moving to Patreon, and this is happening starting in the new year.
So just to clarify, our three older shows will be going to Patreon. But whenever we have new ideas, new stories that we want to post, we will be posting them on YouTube. For example, we are starting to have ideas for Ashley's twins, and their stories will be coming onto YouTube. But maybe later on, they'll be switched to Patreon. So you'll still be seeing some content from us on YouTube, but just not our old shows.
And this means that we will no longer be posting 16 and Pregnant on the channel. I know we're mid-season, and I know that is going to be difficult for some people to accept, but it
would take another 8 months.
It would take another 8 months, to finish the entire season, and we cannot financially allow ourselves to go another 8 months dealing with what we've been dealing with on YouTube.
Because we've actually allowed ourselves to deal with this for about 2 years now.
Yeah, and it's too much. We can't do it anymore. I
mean, it's because of our new stages of life. Like, we have a new home.
Yeah.
A lot more bills.
We're growing up, and we still love The Sims. We still love creating stories, and we still want to do that for us. And we also want to be able to create stories that just work with where we're at in our lives and the topics we want to cover. So 16 will be moving to Patreon fully. So will Almost Famous, and so will Puberty.
No, you mean Adopt a Child.
And Adopt a Child. Puberty is going to be moving to Patreon. We are still on the fence about whether we're going to still post it on YouTube, but honestly, it could be months between episodes.
Yeah.
Many, many months. We just want to put our full focus on one platform, a platform that's been good to us over the years, and that's Patreon, honestly. So we're still on the fence about that, and I know that's hard to hear for a lot of people. And I specifically want to talk to the people that may not be able to join us on Patreon. We are so sorry, because we've genuinely tried. Like Tanny just said, 2 years of just kind of pushing through. It's going to be okay. And it's just never okay. And if there's any other YouTubers, especially in the world of Sims, listening, I'm sure you understand what we're talking about. It's really hard. It's really, really hard, and to keep it up. And at the end of the day, people want more, and people want to see more. We want to give you more, but we can't give you more than what we're capable of, you know? And like we said, Patreon is the reason why we've been able to continue this long. So it's just been so hard, and we're so apologetic to everyone in the community that really enjoys our videos and wants to see them and wants to see the ending of 16. And I really hope that you're able to join us on Patreon. I really hope that you love our content enough that you can somehow, in any way that you can, join us there so you can see the rest of our stories. And if you can't, who knows, maybe the part of the community that can help us will help push us forward, and in the next couple months or years we'll be able to release everything. We have so many big ideas and in ways that we're going to share our content that aren't on the YouTube platform, but it takes time, and it takes money, honestly. Like, if we wanted to create our own platform, it costs something, right? And we want to make it the best quality ever. And if you watch our videos, you know that all we give is quality work. So, yeah, I don't even, it's like there aren't really many other words that I could say that make this any easier. Because I know if I was a fan listening and I couldn't join, I'd be disappointed too. But we just, for all the years that we've had Patreon, we've had those few people that have said to us that, like, we're money hungry and all we can, of course, they're using, well, I mean, okay, first of all, if trying to make a living doing what you love is money hungry, then call us what you will. Like, we love doing this. Like, you think, like, we create these stories for you. We love seeing your responses. We love seeing your comments. We love sharing our work with you, our talents with you, and giving you the best work. We've always been like that from the very beginning. Anyone that knows us knows that. And for us to reach this point, it's been a lot of conversations, a lot of late nights, a lot of tears, and a lot of worried times where we thought, like, maybe our work isn't as good as it once was, but if anything, we're creating the best work we ever have right now.
I know, season 6 of 16 and Pregnant, I'm honestly in love with the scenery, how much they've grown. Like, Ashley is the most pretty she's ever been. Like, the skin updates, I love it. So.
Yeah, like, we love everything. We love every aspect of what we're creating right now, and we don't want to be on a platform that makes it makes us feel any less than that. So we just wanted to really get on here and tell you guys how we feel and what we've been going through, and we hope that you can find it somewhere in your heart to understand why we're making this move. And I think this podcast might be a little bit all over the place because we don't have any notes here. We're just kind of talking and telling you how we feel. So if you have questions, please be sure to leave it in the comments, and we'd love to answer it. If you have anything hateful to say, you'll be deleted and blocked. I don't like, if you've listened to this entire podcast and have no points of understanding as to why we did this, and all you want to do is send hate, we're not going to listen to it. Because I know what we put into this channel every day, and I know that we love our supporters so much, and we appreciate all the years that you've given to us on this platform. And it's been amazing, and this is really a sad time for me. It's not like I'm happy to not, host our content for the masses. That was the dream. It's always been the dream. But things are changing, and things have been changing for a long time, and we haven't been accepting of it, but it's finally time that we go into 2022 just kind of ready to accept whatever is coming our way in terms of this channel, and we hope it's only good things as we move on to the platform of Patreon, and we really hope that you can join us. And if you can't, we love you and we're sorry, and one day we hope to still be able to share this content with you somehow. We just can't say when or if it will happen. It just depends on how the chapter of Patreon goes, I guess. So, any last words for you, Tanny?
Yeah, I'm excited to start this new chapter, and I hope everyone understands where we're coming from. And that's all I can say before I cry.
Yeah, it's really hard. This is really, really hard for both of us. We really do wish it could be different. And if you've listened all the way here, we hope you can somehow join us so you can see the way these stories end as we end the last season of 16. And I hope I mentioned this before, how there's going to be one more episode of 16 on the channel, one more episode of Almost Famous. We'll be posting another episode on time for, like, puberty, I think. But
also,
after...
we're ending Spit Love on...
Oh, and we'll be posting another... We'll be finishing Split Love on Patreon only, as well. So, yeah. It's really sad to say bye to this platform in the way we are right now. I don't know if it's permanent, but I do know that right now, 100%, it's not right now at all. Our efforts into YouTube are just they're going to take a really big halt. But all of our stories will continue to be posted in a timely manner on Patreon. It's just what we have to do. So thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far, me and Tanya are so grateful for you. And I hope we've made that very clear that we do love our supporters and all the people that have been with us for as long as you have, and all the people that continue to join us as they watch old videos, and especially the supporters that watch our videos over and over again. Like, we see the analytics. It's unbelievable how many people still take the time to rewatch all of our stories. And it's amazing. And we hope as we continue, you can follow us. And we love you very much. And we hope to talk to you soon again. So bye for now. And I hope that you guys have an amazing new year, an amazing holiday season. And we will talk to you soon.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.